good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, depending on your time zone. This is Yama, and I want to take the time to make this video to encourage everyone, but primarily the young men out here. This is New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve when you're watching this, the doorway to 2021. And it's a blessing and fortune that you've made it out of 2020 alive. Alas, it's also a prayer for those who didn't make it through 2020 or beyond December 31st, 2020, or even to that day. These times we're in, they're quite shaky and quaky. 2020 is ending that way, or has ended that way for you, depending on your time zone. And 2021 will begin, or has begun that way as well. That does not mean it has to be that way, my brothers. As guys, we often don't have as much vocal words to uplift us, as well as outstanding and outreaching support. But we have each other to do that. You may often be told to pick up your weights, wipe your tears and sweat, and get going, because little to no one will listen or care to what your problems or issues would be. However, that's a mental hindrance and disturbance that should be done away with. Never forget, you do not have to do every single thing alone. Uplift and support each other. If you see your fellow man struggling and having issues, if you can do something to help them, do so. And if you can't, but know someone who can or can point them in that direction, do so. Reach out to your bros. And to those who do not have or feel as though they have none, or any best buds to reach out to, those who do have them, reach out to those individuals by themselves and forge new bonds and connections with them to strengthen each other. For as iron sharpens iron and diamonds sharpen diamond, or rather diamond shape diamonds, to be honest with you, so shall man also sharpen and shape his fellow man. Continue to uplift one another and stand together, because like a range of mountains, you can withstand any weather. So when life throws things at y'all to make you cave, y'all can stand together against every violent wind and every raging wave. It is said that when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Well, I know deep down, and despite what you're going through, I know at the core you're all built tough to handle the rough. However, like I said before, that does not mean you have to handle what 2021 dishes out alone. It should be that when the guys get going and get tough, their bonds will be so great and their spirits will be so strong that they'll laugh at the tough things that stand before them and send them packing like a bunch of lions, being chased by a stampede of elephants, rhinos, and hippos. This is a dark time that we are in, but it won't last forever. Humankind has been through a lot of pandemics, chaos, and crisis. And while sadly, yes, there have been some that have been lost, the vast majority has definitely made it through. And sure, it's going to be a while before we stabilize socially, economically, emotionally, mentally, and even romantically if you're thinking about that department. But we can do it by working together. Fellas, continue to work hard, but work smarter. And if you're working harder, work the smartest. And while working alone, that can get you better and get you a lot of great things. Never forget, you can always go upward and even farther when y'all are working together. Don't just aim for getting money, but also aim for obtaining wealth. Sure, enjoy these times while they last, because you're definitely going to need something positive and uplifting, sure. But also invest into short and long-term future goals so you can keep enjoying life. Don't just be out here doing things to impress people or to show off or to flaunt. Because yeah, sure, it's nice and all to be able to show off the things that, you have done and have succeeded at. But most, if any of all those people who you're trying to impress, they often aren't going to be around to help you when the dimmest dawns and the darkest dusk come by. However, you know who will be? Your best buds and your bros. And not the one that are Binos, B-I-N-O, bros and names only. The one who are faithful in mind and true at heart. And just know your best buds and your bros, they'll be there. Just as you'll be there for them when they encounter the dimmest days and despondent nights. This is the ultimate time to really see who has your back in 2021, based upon if they had your best in mind in 2020, if not longer ago. And usually in these times when life get ready to hurl storms and hurricanes that hurt at us, and usually when you see those waves flows and the wind blows, you'll see who will be there for you and who will be the one that goes. Stand by for one another. Be the former, not the latter. You don't want to be that one person that when someone needs you the most and you disappear on them after they've been for you, and vice versa. Sure, you're going to go through problems. You're going to go through a lot of things yourself. But if you have the right people, you don't always have to do that alone. You can go through them, and when you all come out, you'll be able to turn and show that, your trials and tribulation, what you've been through. You'll be able to turn those tests into testimonies and turn your mess into messages for other people, especially your fellow men, those fellow guys, whether they're older or younger than you. When they see you turn those tests you've been through into testimonies and those mess you've been through into messages, that can be inspirational, that can be motivational. So definitely share those experiences, because you could be very well that one little statement, that 1 hour, 1 day, 1 moment, a few seconds you take to share with someone could definitely help turn things around for the better for someone. So I'm going to go ahead and start rambling on, because you probably got a little bit more and better things to do. And while there'll be more to come, such as the bad, just keep in mind, there will be even more good to come if we stay hopeful, hardworking, and smart working. Faith without works is not completely tangible, and dreams without effort is just imaginations. So definitely put works with your faith and the thing you're just striving for, and for the dreams and imagination you want to bring to fruition, work smart and work hard to bring them into reality. So until next time, I want all you fellas to continue living strong and lasting long. And going forward, let's work towards having a blessed, built, and fortune-filled new year. Take care.